Hello and welcome to News at Noon. I'm Aftab Borka. Today's the first official day at work for Detroit's emergency manager, Kevin Orr. Reporter Charlie Crum has more on what Mr. Orr faces on the first day of job and the challenges ahead. Charlie?
Kevin Orr, a bankruptcy attorney appointed to sort out Detroit's finances by Governor Rick Snyder, plans to meet with Mayor Dave Bing and some city council members in his first day on the job today. He's charged with erasing a $327 million budget deficit and more than $14 billion in long-term debt that the city holds. Some plan to protest Orr's appointment and the state's emergency manager law that put him in place. Democrats and some municipal leaders say the state itself is to blame for some local governments, sending some local governments into debt, and here's what they had to say.
What we have here is we have a problem where the state has caused this problem by not giving us our revenue sharing dollars. It's compounded by the economy going down, and we're losing our taxable dollars through the homes. And now the state comes back and tells us, if you can't manage your house, we're going to take it over. And that's not right or fair.
We believe that a governor should partner with cities. We believe in local control. Conducting hostile takeovers ignores the real issue, which is finding collaborative ways to help cities rebuild, rather than gutting the city's resources year after year through revenue sharing and personal property tax cuts and tax hikes for the middle class.
But one Republican has a different viewpoint, especially when it comes to Detroit.
I think the manager ought to stop and let Detroit, sink or swim on its own. They don't need any outside help. They've been doing a really good job managing their own fiscal affairs. And so I agree with John Conyers and Joanne Watson that don't send in an emergency manager. Let us. We can work our way out of this problem ourselves. I have met more people who say, let him. Give it to him. It's all yours. And then sit back and wait for the long, hot summer when there are no services and there are payless paydays for the employees and the buses don't run and the trash isn't picked up.
Also this week, a new law takes effect requiring police agencies to make video and audio recordings of statements of those arrested for major crimes. That law takes effect Thursday, and prosecutors and defense attorneys say the goal is to improve the quality and efficiency of justice. Many law enforcement agencies already make recordings.
All right, Charlie, thank you very much. And police in Waterford are investigating an incident where a woman reportedly stabbed a man and ran from the crime scene naked. Reporter Megan Samarat says more on that. Megan, what do we know?
Waterford Police responded to McGuire's Motor Inn on Friday after a woman was reported running around naked from the hotel. When officers arrived at the hotel, they found a trail of blood leading to a hotel room. A 37-year-old man answered the door with a knife in his hand, and he was bleeding from several wounds on his body. Officers deployed their tasers when the man threatened that he wanted to die and refused to drop his weapon. Police later learned that he had stabbed himself in the leg, attempting suicide. Police determined that the man was the victim in the situation. He had hired a prostitute from an online website. He was engaging in the act with the woman, identified as 24-year-old Shantika Sarah Woodson from Detroit, when she allegedly stabbed the man in the back and took off with his money from the hotel. Woodson was located in Pontiac and has been charged with felony assault.
Megan, thank you very much. Downtown Auburn Hills could be a hot spot for students in the wake of new construction projects. Our reporter Shannon Coughlin spoke with Auburn Hills Assistant City Manager and asked him what these new projects mean for students.
We have a private development here, private money, that is funding a 97-unit graduate student housing development. And in addition, the Tax Increment Finance Authority is building a student center of about 1,600 square feet. Students from our high schools, colleges, universities, and the general public can come and use the center. It'll have free Wi-Fi, comfortable places to study, read a newspaper. And then we also have what we're calling right now a university center. On the lower level are classrooms that will be utilized for Baker College, Oakland Community College, Oakland University, and Thomas M. Cooley Law School, all of which are partner users in that facility, and they will be holding classes in our downtown so that we will have about 1,000 to 1,200 students a week coming into our downtown starting in January of 2014.
And now it's time for Oakland Press sports columnist Pat Caputo's video blog.
I thought it was a great event here in Auburn Hills. I thought the Palace shined, and I really thought it turned out well for both Michigan and Michigan State. And I thought the freshmen owned it. I thought Mitch McGarry was fabulous for Michigan in the first game. And then the second game, you know, people expect Gary Harris to play like that. But Michigan State, it was trouble in that game for them. Gary Harris kept hitting shot after shot after shot. And, you know, you look at these two teams, both of them could go far based on the way they played here in Auburn Hills. No hiccups. I mean, both games, both teams, very, very good basketball, and it probably bodes well. And it's great to see both Michigan and Michigan State in the Sweet 16. What a wonderful year for college basketball in this state.
And that's our newscast for today. Don't forget to watch us tomorrow at theoaklandpress.com. I'm Aftab Borkap. Have a great day.